What's up guys, and welcome back to episode number 7 of the Arsenal career mode. As you can see, today we'll be playing our first game of the Europa League group stage against Braga. Although it is an away game, I feel like we should be able to pick up a victory. What I have gone ahead and done since the last episode is created a reserve team, as you can see, with just all our second string players. This will mainly be our cup team, obviously, until the latter rounds when we'll need obviously better players. But for now, if we can get some of these players in form, maybe we'll be able to look to sell them on in January, or obviously they might even be able to break into our first team. So if you missed the last episode, I'll give you a brief update. As you can see there, we did draw to Brighton 2-2 away at the Amex Stadium, and we beat Wolves 3-0 at home. The Wolves result was obviously very good, and it was kind of a letdown that we did end up dropping points to Brighton, but it is what it is. They scored very late on. There's not much we could do about it. We did come from a goal behind, but obviously I believe they scored in about the 85th minute. So as you can see, we've gone into this game with our second string team. Obviously I had to leave João Felix in because we don't actually have the squad depth, but I might bring back Guendouzi just so that we can take him out, put Willock at Cam, and then play obviously Guendouzi next to El Neni. But as we go on here, hopefully we can just come out strong and just get a nice easy win as the first game of the group stage. I'm pretty sure that we should be able to, if we do use our strongest team later on in this tournament, I would be expecting to win it, as well as if we can continue our strong start to the Premier League. There's no reason why that we can't finish at least top 3 or maybe even win the Premier League. I know Spurs are going well at the moment, but I mean, if we can beat them, then that could easily swing back the points that we've dropped already this season. It seems to be a very slow start in this game, but hopefully they pick up the pace. Obviously a lot of these players have a point to prove, and there is 1-0. Martinelli deserved goal. He played well until Zaha came in, but obviously Zaha is now our starting left wing, so if Martinelli can get a bit of form, there's no reason that Martinelli can't play in the first team if needed. But I think if we do start to dominate this game, João Felix will definitely be coming off, probably for Ceballos, who I believe should be on the bench. But he's not. I'll probably take off Partey, bring on Partey then for João Felix, and put Willock at Cam just to freshen the legs up. We don't want João Felix getting injured since he's been so good for us so far this season. So hopefully if we can get a second goal here, maybe if we get a third, we'll just jump to the result, as a win's a win. There's no need to watch it all the way through if it's not needed. I mean, I'd love a second goal before half time, but as long as we can keep the 1-goal lead going into half time, wouldn't mind seeing Nketiah getting a goal. I think he'll do it well for his confidence, considering he is now our backup striker. Obviously sending Lacazette to bring in Zaha. He's going to be the man that's called upon, and there we have it, El Neni scoring a goal. Don't get to say that often, but he's been playing alright for us in real life, so he's obviously taking his chance. I mean, he ain't going to get in ahead of Partey, but there's no reason to stop him getting in ahead of Ceballos. So let's move along here. Hopefully we can get a third goal. We'll just jump to the end of it. They did just have their first shot, but Leno came up strong and saved it, and now we've got a good chance of countering, but they win the ball back straight away. Into the 50th minute, this should be a routine victory in the first game of, they've just missed their second chance, but this should be a victory nonetheless. I mean, if we drop a 2-goal lead, I know it's our second team, but they shouldn't be doing that. We do, however, if he could have played that ball through, and I believe that would have been João Felix through yet again.
And the counter-attack is on, options available.
And they've got another chance here. Can they find the right ball? No, they can't, and they lose out, and Braga now have a chance to counter us. There's a great bit of defending there, and we've also, now we're at countering them. It's in an end-to-end game. Obviously if we can get the third goal, that would be lovely. I mean, I can't imagine that we shouldn't be dropping many points at this group stage, so nonetheless we shouldn't need goal difference. I think I will quickly do as I said and bring Willock up and bring in Partey just to shore up that midfield, see out this game.
And he might be in here.
Hopefully not before they score.
Can they get in behind
Bit
them?
of strong defending there, not allowing him through, and they've now got a chance. That's a great bit of defending there. Who's that, 22, Pablo Mari? Obviously we're still waiting for Gabriel to come back. I'm not actually too sure. He got injured right at the start of the season for 2 months, and he might not be far off coming back. So obviously being a very good defender, he could look to break into the first team. But at the moment, the starting centre-backs in the first team are doing well for us, so no one's getting dropped in the first team at the moment. And as we go on here into the last 3 minutes, hopefully we can keep a clean sheet, and we can't. They've got a last goal. Obviously, it happened against Brighton. They could easily get another goal now, but we should be able to see out this game. I'd like to see the boys just hold the possession for the rest of the game, and that should be it. A nice 2-1 win against probably the second favourites in the group. I can't imagine them not going through it, but you never know. And now we're back in the Premier League action after that first game. As you can see there, we're third at the moment, and we've got Fulham. I'm not sure whether it's home or away. I mean, if it's at home, which it is, it might be worth keeping this team out. Who's our game after that? I think we've got Aston Villa in the Cup. So I'll tell you what, we'll go back to the first team, and then we'll play that second team in the Cup. As we said, we want to pretty much keep them both morale's happy, so that whenever there's an injury, they haven't got too long to get out to max sharpness. And obviously we want our first team to continue scoring goals. We don't want to be dropping points, especially at home to a team like Fulham. I think it said that they were 17th. That is not something that we should be doing. Obviously we've done it to Brighton. It was away, it was unlucky, it was a late goal. But we move on from that.
And the contest begins.
Fulham are in the white, obviously we're now in the red. And if we can start this game off and get a nice early goal, that'll be a lovely start for us. And now they've got a chance, and we actually go 1-0 down. Tom Kearney. It's just not good enough. They've pretty much just scored from our kickoff.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here.
I hope the team will bounce back strongly. I know that they dropped points against Brighton, but there's a difference between dropping points away to a team that's going to sit back, or dropping points at home to a team that they seem to be trying to attack us. So we should be able to just outperform them man for man. Got a good chance here, and Aubameyang's got his chance, and João Felix yet again. I believe that is now the 6th goal of the season in the Premier League, and his 5th game consecutively scoring. We've now got another chance here, and João Felix just completely turned this game on its head. I mean, I'd like Aubameyang to get a goal now, but I mean, João Felix continuing his form. There's just not much else you can say about him. He's going to be the player of the season, for us at least. But we are only 25 minutes in. Fulham do have a chance to bring this back.
On the offensive, Will Hughes. Well, now it's with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Tom Kearney.
As they do have a nice bit of build-up play, but good bit of defending there by Tierney. Back to Leno, and now we've got a chance to attack.
João Felix. Advantage.
Pepe's got a chance to run. He cuts in. There's Zaha, and Zaha scores. I think that's his 2nd goal for the club now. First one came in the Premier League as well. I believe it was against Wolves. I think João Felix got 2 that game, and Zaha also got 1 that game in a 3-0 win against Wolves. So our home form seems to be very good this season. Obviously we dropped points to Chelsea, but we have beaten Wolves 3-0, and we're now 3-1 up against Fulham just in the first half. I could see us going to even hit 5 if they carry on trying to attack us the way they are. As long as we can see it out to 3-1 at half time, I think that is a very good half by us. Here we go, next one. Next half, I think if we do get a 4th, we might skip it just to try and speed through as many games as we want. Obviously we want to get the Aston Villa game in after this, so that leaves next episode to have a big game against Manchester United. Now we've got another chance here for Pepe. Can he get himself on the score sheet? And he can, 4-1. Lovely goal by Pepe. I think we might as well just make some subs, keep everyone happy, bring on Nketiah for Aubameyang. I know he hasn't scored. We definitely need to take João Felix off. I wouldn't mind playing Willian there, and we're going to bring Martinelli on because obviously he scored in the Europa League. Maybe Aubameyang could get a goal before the ball goes out of play, but I think now we're going to be more looking at the next game, which is, and they've got a nice chance there, but they just miss it. You can see the three subs have now come on: Martinelli, Nketiah and Willian. They've just missed another chance. If they'd have taken both them chances back to back, they're right back in this game. But obviously they haven't. It's still 4-1. We've got another chance to score again. Is that going to be a fifth? And it is indeed. Willian coming off the bench. Just what we want. If your subs can make an impact like that, scoring straight away like Lacazette did against Brighton. Obviously I think he scored like 27 seconds after coming off the bench. I think we will jump to the result, as that is a nice 5-1 win. No injuries. Partey did get injured, not injured, yellow carded, but that is not the end of the world. As we move on, our next game will be Aston Villa, and this will be the last game of the episode. Obviously we're away in the EFL Cup. I mean, I don't really want to go out of the cup. We'd like to go as far as we can in each competition, but we are going to be playing our second string team, as obviously we need as much fitness as possible to go into that Manchester United game. Now, do we have another centre mid? We don't really have someone. I don't really want to be playing João Felix in yet another game, so I might have to play Reece Nelson at cam. Probably ain't his best position. I don't think we've got anyone else that can play there, so we'll have to just go with that and just move on. Maybe we should have played Willian at cam, Reece Nelson out wide, but we're just going to have to go through with this. Obviously, if I have to make the changes, I don't really want to go out in the third round, but if I have to make the changes, I will. But I believe it looks like they have gone out with a very strong team. Obviously, they've got Watkins, is a very good striker. He's in form this season. I still think we should be beating Villa, but you never know. It's an away game. You never know what sort of Villa is going to turn up. It could be the Villa that thumped Liverpool. So we never know. So as we move on, Villa obviously takes scent. If we do go out the Carabao Cup, it's not the end of the world. I'd more rather win the FA Cup rather than the Carabao. But as Aston Villa, obviously trying to keep hold of possession. If they do get a nice early goal, that'll do them wonders. But I mean, hopefully our second team just come off a great result against Braga, so they should have the confidence flowing higher, and we do have a chance to score here, and we do. Who's that? El Neni scoring in back-to-back games. I mean, what more could you ask from a second string midfielder? As we move on here, Villa now have a chance. They're coming in strong.
Well, it's one pass after another. Ahmed El Mohammadi.
Are they going to be able to break us down and get a good chance? Oh, they've almost got through there. Watkins didn't quite connect with the ball. Good save by Leno. If we can get a second goal, that'd be good. We're wiped. If we'd have gone out to Willian, I believe that was, then we could have had a lot of better chance. But obviously we hold the possession.
It looks promising. Nelson, alert defending.
Aston Villa defend well, but now we're in another attack. We are playing very well, the second team is, and I don't know if we need a pass, but who am I to say? Reece Nelson coming on, first game of the season, scoring from the centre attacking mid. Good ball there by Willian. I thought he should have shot, but obviously he didn't feel like he needed to.
Chance to play it in.
This will be a great start to the season if we can. It will be a three-game winning streak. Obviously, I don't think we still lost the game. I don't know why Lennon's come out so far and just kicked out for a throw-in. Obviously, I feel like we're going to be playing a lot of games this season, so we're going to need this second team to step up, at least for the early start of the season. I mean, the lower rounds, I'd say at least until maybe the quarter-final, I'll try and look to always use this team. Obviously, the Premier League's our main focus. You never want to do poorly in the Premier League, but as you can see at the moment, 2 shots, 2 goals, Villa has another shot. I think January we definitely need to look at some depth, and there it is, the 3rd goal. That's Willian done. Well done, Willian. A goal and an assist for today. That's a more than good enough start. That is just what we wanted him to do. Obviously, he's not going to be in the first team. We've got a chance for a 4th, and we take that. We're just running riot now. Reece Nelson with his 2nd. This is going to do wonders for everyone's confidence in this second team. And obviously, even better, we're going to have a full fit first team to go into this Manchester United game. I'm not too sure whether we're the home or the away team. If we're the away team, I think it's going to be a very tricky game. Obviously, we dropped points against Chelsea, which is another top 4 rival. We don't exactly want to be dropping points to United as well. It just shows that we can beat the small teams, we can't beat the bigger teams. If we got a 5th there, we have indeed, and Nketiah getting a goal. Well done to him. This is just an absolute thrashing now. Obviously, we wasn't sure what Villa was going to turn up, whether it was going to be the one that absolutely thumped Liverpool in the Premier League, or whether it was going to be one that's just what we expected of them. Not being the best team, just about staying up in the Premier League. Seems to be that this was the team that stayed up, but they have indeed scored. Well done to them. Obviously, they did sell Jack Grealish to, I believe it was Manchester City, which maybe they're going to live to regret that. But as we move on here into the 80th minute, 10 minutes left. I mean, the result's done. If somehow we let up 4 goals in the last 10 minutes, I think I'll just have to release every single one of the players in this squad. We should be going into the 4th round of the EFL Cup, and they do have another chance, and they've missed it. It's not good enough from the Villa attacking side. As we move on here into the last 5 minutes, is there going to be another chance for Villa? More of a consolation goal, but I'm sure they would take it. I think Leno and the defence would be disappointed that they haven't kept a clean sheet against the Villa team that literally has not attacked them the entire game. Obviously only having 2 shots, but I think that is it. Nice 5-1 win. Obviously Nketiah, Nelson, Willian, Nelson with 2, and El Neni obviously starting off the scoring. We've got Leicester and Liverpool have gone through. So if we have a quick look, if we simulate a little bit further, I'm not sure when the draw for the cup is. So if we simulate up to the Man United game, very big game, and we're away to United, who are 3rd at the moment. Neither of us can afford to slip up, as you can see there. Spurs are 4 points clear of both of us at the moment. I mean, someone's going to have to stop them. Us 3 teams are unbeaten. Spurs have won every game so far this season. We have a look at the teams that are struggling. Everton are very low. That's not something that you'll be expecting. The Villa team that we just beat, 15th. Leeds, that is not one that I was expecting. They're having a very good season for how long they've been out of the league, and to be bottom of the league this season. Southampton as well, winless. Obviously they're doing wonders this season. Just shows that the league is just so strong that smaller teams can pick up any result, but they can also struggle. So if we have a look at the calendar, we'll see if the draw has been made to who we are getting, and I don't believe it is, but as you can see there, we've got Man United away, then we've got a Europa League game at home, and then we also have Manchester City away, which is then followed by Liverpool at home. So we've literally got 3 games which are basically going to define our season. If we pick up some points away at both Manchester clubs, and then get something against Liverpool at home, we could really put in a title challenge this season. But who knows? But for now, I think we'll leave it there, and I'll catch you guys soon.